Hello everyone and welcome back to the Little Quilter. Today we're going to continue work on the ugly sweater quilt, and part of why I haven't filmed has just been because I've been doing a lot of these. So a lot of the little windows that I was doing, and I'm finally at a point where I am sewing them into strips. So I have this super long strip here, and I'll show you guys right now what it is looking like. Okay, everybody, so what we've got going on here is this bottom strip that I have sewn together, and then I have got the top strip. And what you may notice is that this bottom strip here is actually longer, and it is. It is one side longer on each end, and I kind of messed up whenever I was doing that because I just didn't think about, I was trying to figure out if it was going to lay out nicely for me. And what I should have done was what I've done up here, which this is actually attached now. So I've got this one whole strip here that goes all the way across the top. It is sticking off a little bit on the end, but I'm hoping that once I sew these strips down here on the sides, that's going to look okay. And what's basically what I'm going to do to alleviate having to do a Y seam here is I'm going to sew that strip up top and then sew down one on either side, and then I'll attach this piece that I kind of over sewed a little bit. But I am liking this look. So I know there are a lot of comments on how I should do the borders, and I was asking you guys as well. And a lot of people liked the idea of doing them sandwiched as well as doing, you know, just a few, and all of the ideas were really good. What I have decided to do is kind of based on the fact that I went back to purchase more fabric, because as I told you guys, I was out of fabric for the green, and whenever I went back to get more fabric, I was going to go ahead and purchase more red fabric as well, and what ended up happening was there was no more red fabric. So this allotment of fabric is all that I have to do with whatever I want to do with the quilt. So what am I going to do? I was able to purchase more of the green fabric, and what I've decided to do is to sandwich that green. So I'm going to finish this border surround, and then I'm going to do another border of green, and I'm going to use this red as binding. And I think that will end up looking good. I think using the two green colors is going to help make it look a little more concise instead of adding another color in. It might just be a little bit too much and a little bit distracting. So having that green in there will kind of sandwich it, draw your eye to the border of the windows, but then you'll be able to move on and look at the quilt itself as well. So that's my plan. We'll see if that goes accordingly. You know how everything's kind of shiftable here because we're making it up as we go. So let's go ahead and jump into that, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I have got a mound of scraps, a mound of done, and then I've got these over here as well. And I think I'm ready. Also, I think this one is my most favorite. I think it's my daughter's favorite too. I love it so much. It turned out really perfect with just getting all of it in there. So, but now that we've got all of these, I think it is time to see how many I'm going to need for the long side of the quilt. So I'm going to have to disturb this gentleman, and we're going to have to lay it out. All right, here we go, moment of truth. So, definitely have made more. That's okay. We've got them somewhere. Okay, so let's see. Still want to reach anything too. That's true. Okay, so these together. Let's try again. Okay, not sure why quilt math is hard. It's so hard. This is definitely off, and I'm just not sure. So I guess the one thing I would say is that it will likely be exactly the same. So if I can do something repeating, then maybe it will make it look like it's supposed to be there. So let me show you. Okay, so here is the top. So I've got all of these. They're not attached, obviously. This is that line. And then we get to right here. So that's a decent bit. Definitely much too small to put in another block. We're missing that much. So what to do here? Now, I could do, and maybe what I should do is just a little tan piece through here. And then on the other side, so on this side over here, do a tan piece between them that would then, that way they'd be opposite each other. I think that would look better than it being on both ends. I think if I do it on both ends, it's going to look like a mess up. But maybe if it's opposite, maybe that's just me hoping that. So I think that's what I'll do. And I'll just get a bit of this bisque fabric and put it on the bottom there. And I think that'll be fine. You know, it's unfortunate because I really was hoping that the math would work out, but that's quilt math for you. Okay, so yeah, a bit unfortunate. I was really hoping that that would work, and it didn't. But I've still got quite a few of these to go, so I think I'm gonna stop for now, and that way I at least have a little video for you guys. I know I've not been great lately, just with sickness and then holidays and work, and just I have not found the time nor had the energy to do quilting. And now I'm in a bit of a crunch time with this quilt because I have, I think, until like the 20th. That's like the very last day. So I at least got the quilt done that was on the quilting loom. So that quilt is done and off. So now I just have to finish putting these last pieces on, and then I will be ready. So I've got to do a whole bunch more of those little mirrors. And then I'm going to do a final border, which those are really, really fast just because it's just straight sewing. There's nothing fancy about it. So I'm going to do one more border around, and I think I'm going to stick with doing green around it, and then I'll be ready to put it on the frame. I will be honest, I have not thought about the back of the quilt and what I'm going to do for that. I think I might have enough fabric left from last year's Christmas quilt, so the reindeer quilt that I did, and so I might be able to use that fabric for this one because it's not a huge quilt. I mean, it keeps getting bigger as I put more borders on it, but it's not a huge quilt, so I think I have enough that I could do that. and then I don't have to buy any other fabric, which would be nice. And when I went to the fabric shop, I didn't see any that really like came to me in a way, you know, that was like, ooh, this would look great. And there's just a lot going on the front of this quilt. Not that that fabric really is like, it has a lot going on too. So, but it would all be solid and consistent. So that might be good. I had thought about doing a pieced backing. So with I have a lot of this left over here. So I have a lot of large pieces like this. And I had thought about doing a pieced backing, just like a patchwork one. But I'm just not sure that I'm going to have the time to do that and I don't know. So I guess it depends on how fast I get this done, because obviously those big pieces, you know, would come together fairly quickly. It's not like I would be doing like minuscule piecing. So you tell me. Let me see if I can find the fabric. Okay, so you guys tell me, what do you think? Should I aim for the pieced quilting, or this is the fabric that I used last year for it, and it would just sort of be a bit of a repeat, but I mean, it's cute, and I think there is enough here. It's also a little bit scary, isn't it? I think there's enough here to do this. I could lay it out and find out. I might do that here in a minute and just see. But I want to know what you guys think. Should I use this fabric and just do it on the back? Or should I go for it if I've got the time and do the pieced one? So give me your thoughts. And as always, I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope you're enjoying this process. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. I'm sorry about the delay in uploading videos. Hopefully we're going to be a little bit more on point, but I can't guarantee with all the holidays and all the stuff going on there. So if y'all have any questions, just let me know, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks.